Is Sunday, May the 9th, 2021, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. No excuses, just free picks. Fight through wind, rain, injury, whatever. Broadcast from cars, hospitals, Walmart, and Target. Doesn't stop us. Anyways, got Major League Baseball today. 14 games. We already have one postponed. Reds, Indians. Didn't look like the best game on the board anyway. Then we got a bunch of NBA. There's some good ones in there. Some really good ones. And probably going to be a little light on that here because the VIP show not going to have a lot of games to go with. So we'll figure it out, though. We always do. And then, of course, I'm going to guess there's hockey games. I didn't even look at the schedule. But I'm sure there are. And we'll cover them. But anyways, we will get rolling just a second. Morning to everyone that's joining us. I have the comments on, I believe. So we'll see how everyone makes out on that. Got the guys here. Got Brian, Ron, and Rod. Morning.
Morning. Morning.
Morning. It's funny because, I read through the comments. I always, at the beginning of the show, I just wait a couple seconds. I do this to give people a chance to join us. Is why we don't, hurry up with the picks. It's it's a live show, so it takes people. Some people get the notifications. Sometimes we don't always go on exactly at 10:30, but we will be probably starting this week. We will be at exactly 10:30 every single day. We're gonna be spot on, live, ready to roll. We're changing we're not changing the show. We're just going to change the look and the format. In order to do that, everything's going to have to go sharp right at 10:30. But we have people. I read through all the comments on YouTube and on Facebook and everything. I read through every single thing. I don't always respond, but I do read through all of them. And I think that I still think that we have a lot of confusion to the show, and I don't know how to make it clearer. Disagreeing isn't picking on. It's called banter, and it doesn't mean I'm picking on. We have 4 distinctive styles. I will say yesterday, and those of you that aren't premium members and are premium members, whatever, yesterday was the worst day we ever had in the premium. I thought it was one of the toughest cards out there. I only had 3 premium picks on my regular premium. I went 1 and 2. I was happy to do that, on that day. Of course, I would have liked to have won both games I lost. I lost by 1 run. Both of them had the winning run on base when the game ended, those happen, and you go 1 and 2, and it's like, they were all dogs, so I had limited losses, and that's what you have to do. And you're going to have losing days. On losing days, you have limited losses. On winning days, you maximize your wins. But we just have different styles, and that's just the way that it is. Rod is more of a trends guy, kind of more like what happened yesterday. He cares more about, in most of his cases. I'm not going to, speak for his entire handicapping system, but I'm going to say in general, Ron looks more at a statistical approach, and then he also will come back to the money. Brian is more on the money, which, is okay, and I'm more straight handicapping. I'm a game watcher, and, I also take into account the money, but I don't live and die by it. So it's
I had a nice 5 and 4 day up, $2,200. So I'm not complaining about yesterday at all.
It happens, but I mean, and I'm up $2,700 for the month or something, right? I don't even look, but I know I'm up about $2,500 for the month.
Not everybody had a shitty day yesterday.
No, I'm not saying everybody did.
Okay.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying. I mean, believe me, there are plenty of days where you have a losing day and I have a winning day.
Oh, for sure.
Plenty of them. So
yesterday didn't lend itself to my.
It's not really. That's
style.
not really not what this discussion is about. I mean, it was more about just saying that we have just different styles, and it leads to different opinions and different ways of looking at the game. See, to me, it's like, and I have something, and I'm sure these guys all have something about my style that they really hate, and like, Brian rides Bundy, and it's like, I've seen him pitch, right? I mean, we've seen him pitch. How many times? It's like, he's not getting better, he's only getting worse. And, it's like, and there's certain things that Rod doesn't like about my style, and there's certain things that Rod, and it's not going to agree with their numbers all the time. It's just the way that it is, and mine aren't either. I'm just usually a little bit maybe more vocal about mine. To me, I could pick something apart about everything. It's like the reason why I don't put as much clout into the money is that it's kind of like I worked on, and we talked about this before the show too. I used to work on Wall Street, right? So it's like by the time you hear about what it is, by the time you've heard about it, it's already too late. That's the general consensus, is that by the time you've heard about it, it's already too late. So once you've seen that money move, generally you have missed the move. You have missed the value. Unless you were the one that made that happen, you have missed that move. You might not have. Sometimes you still catch a piece of it. Sometimes you got something, but basically at that point you have missed the move because the money has already moved. And and what happened yesterday to me, I could care less. Everyone has a bad day, right? I mean, it happens, right? So it's like just because we had a bad day in the premium doesn't mean we always have a bad day. It's the same thing with with a pitcher or a batter or a team. It's the same thing, It's like we see it happen all the time, and that's why I don't put as much faith into it. And I put it in the further you go back, especially in today's sports, the less I put into it, because with free agency, with guys sitting out more than ever, you're looking at different teams, different scenarios, and quick triggers on the firing of coaches on a lot of franchises as well. So entire systems change. So that's basically, basically why I don't necessarily go with those systems. But these guys have found success doing it that way. I just can't myself because I must be looking at the wrong place. My system works for me, So it's like it's okay to disagree, man. That's for sure. Anyways, it's nothing personal. That's for sure, except for the personal stuff. All right.
I enjoy riding people's balls.
No, for Brian also it's about the he loves to be right, He loves to be right or whatever. To me, it's like I do this for a living. It's like I like to be able to keep the lights on. It's like that's what I care about. It's like I always say, like, when I get that Rutgers backdoor cover, the first thing I say to my wife, by some miracle, the lights remain on another month. It's like that's basically. I mean, people look at me, like at places, and you have that discussion at parties or like at for me at the golf club or whatever. And what do you do? It's like, and people look at me whenever I tell them what I do for a living, like. This guy.
They look at you like you have lobsters growing out of your ears.
They look at you like you have lobsters growing out of your ears, and they look at you like, oh my God, this guy's not going to be able to pay his bills next month. It's like, but the fact of the matter is that I'm playing at the same club that you are. And I'm playing. I can say, I might even have a better locker than you do. Who knows? I don't know. It's just an interesting thing, right? It's like people are always fascinated, but always at the same time at arm's length fascinated. It's when there comes a pecking order, we always get to the bottom. We're always at the bottom of it. That's for sure. But anyways, man, how do your premium plus picks compare to your best bets? I think that over the last month, my premium picks at the website have been my best picks. And it's just because that's what the record shows. The VIP is too new still to even label. It's still too new. I think we're still navigating exactly how we're doing it. So, I'm not really sure. We got some cool stuff coming up, though. I'm really excited about. Anyways, let's get to the picks. We are 10 minutes in. Not a lot of people joined us. I thought it was maybe the notifications, but maybe people just don't like us anymore. That's okay. Let's get to NBA. Anything you guys want to add to that? I kind of... Thanks, Rob, for that input.
Sorry.
I sneezed.
Okay.
I just well, today in general, I think that the sharper plays are going to come in. But maybe I think that every day. I think after yesterday, I'm going to – just like when I have a great day and I sweep the board, I'm always worried the next day that I'm going to get my ass kicked because, that's how it rolls sometimes.
So here's a moron, right? Al Bolton. I got money from scamming y'all. Yes, giving out free picks and working 18-hour days, right? Setting up a website where I've spent millions of dollars out of my own pocket. It's all a scam. It's like the dumbest thing.
It's the dumbest scam in the world.
It really is.
Well,
the comment is dumber, right? The comment is just dumber. It's like, let's think of the dumbest ass unfounded comment. I mean, I'm sure there are other people in the business that are a lot less trustworthy than me, but no, I don't care. I mean, what, I get up at 4:30 and it's all a scam to get $29 out of. It's like, it doesn't even make sense, man. It's like this guy just a bad guesser, right? It's like we've gone through exactly how I started and how I started charging for picks and all those things, right? No, my baseball picks actually are below 50%. Are your picks over 50%? No, actually, my baseball picks are below 50%. So
it doesn't matter what your win percentage is.
Isn't it? Because this guy's a dum-dum, right? I mean, we know that. Here, I'm going to show everyone exactly what my record is. Right. Let's see. Okay. So here we go. We're going to show dum-dum exactly how it works. Okay. I can't believe we're taking this to do this, but so here's how life works when you're actually a real bettor. Okay. Here's how life is for real bettors. So here's the leaderboard right here, and here's MLB right there, right? So you can see I'm 77 and 85, so I'm 8 games below 500, but I'm up 1,000 units.
And $1,000 a game, that's $10,000.
Yeah. So, what's your point, Bubba?
Yeah, I'm 46 and 49 there too. I got a losing record too.
If our goal was to have a winning record.
I didn't want to say it because Rod gets a little sensitive, especially
if the goal of baseball was to have a winning record, you just take the big, massive favorites and not care about the juice every day, and then say, "Hey, I hit 60%." But that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've kind of gone over yesterday's premium performance already. So, you want to hammer me about something that happened that we've already discussed and owned? Well, that just makes you a real piece of crap. Anyway, speaking of pieces of crap, Brian, what do you got for the early NBA action?
I'm sure it's something that you don't like.
Nice
I like the Boston.
Nice transition there. We got the Celtics, Heat, the Knicks, Clippers. 2 good games, right? 4 playoff teams out of the gate. Hornets and the Pelicans and the Mavs and the Cavaliers. Let's start with those 4 while I ban this moron.
Did you mention Minnesota and Orlando also in that grouping?
I did not.
All right, you didn't. I'll start with the Boston Celtics.
Ban this
I'm sure me and Mitch disagree on this one, but I like the Boston Celtics at home. I just I think this team has a really bad taste in their mouth. That the Chicago Bulls kicked their ass by 19 points the other night. I think Boston defends the home court here, and I'm not betting my house on it, but I think it's a nice solid wager early.
I'm going to go the other way on that one. I'm going to take the Miami Heat. I just think they're playing the better basketball. Miami's won 4 of their last 5. Only loss in that stretch was against the Mavericks, and the Mavericks are red hot. While the Celtics, they've lost 2 of their last 3, including a 22-point loss to the Bulls. These 2 teams are going to play twice to end the season. I think they're going to probably split these last 2 games, but I think Miami grabs the win in the first one.
I'm going to take the under 221.5 in that game. I think you got a nice defensive battle between these 2. And we get the under 221.5 in that one. That's what I like.
I'm going to take the Heat here. The line is inverted from -1.5 to +0.5 for Celtics. And the Heat, I mean, they kind of own the Celtics too, so no reason not to take them. I'm also going to go with the Knicks here against the Clippers. It looks super square, and it's like they're baiting you to take the Knicks. The Knicks have not covered in either of their last 2 games, both on the road. The Clippers have been a lousy cover team over the last week or so. I don't know, man. I'm kind of off the NBA these days, but
I thought you said you loved the NBA board today.
I didn't say that. I like baseball. I haven't given out an NBA premium pick in almost a month.
I was gonna say I hate the NBA board today.
Yeah, I haven't liked the NBA board at all because we don't know who's playing.
Yeah.
Or how much.
Last night I thought I was in for a Pistons cover because Simmons was out and I think Curry was out, so I was feeling good about it. But they got their ass kicked.
That's about it for me on those. Let's go with the too early. We got the Magic and the Timberwolves, the Bulls and the Pistons. We got the Kings and the Thunder, and the Lakers and the Suns. I'm probably going to refrain from picks on these so I have something to talk about on the VIP show tonight because it's a Sunday, so we have a limited late schedule. Ryan?
Yeah, for me, this is the Minnesota-Orlando game is a game that I'm going to be looking at again later on the VIP show. But as far as right now goes, I just think 7.5 points is way too many for Minnesota Timberwolves, who are playing better basketball. But that's just a lot of points for that team. I don't know when's the last time they covered as a favorite by that many on the road. But I'm going to take a chance with Orlando here plus the points, and I'm going to look back into it later in the day.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's going to be a lot of things to look at on that VIP show later on. Especially, I'm looking at that Thunder and Kings game. As far as the side, I'm going to take a look at that at the VIP show. But the total, I like the over in this one. I think that the Kings have done well in the recent games, and that's even without De'Aaron Fox. And the reason why they found success is because their defense has stepped up. But we know the Thunder on the other side do not play too much defense. They've given up 152 to the Pacers, just gave up 136 to the Warriors. I think the Kings are going to put up points, and I think the Thunder can at least get us 100 points for an over here. So I like the over.
LeBron James listed as questionable. Anyone think he's playing? I do. I know that the line is moved now to 7.5, which would lead you to believe that he's not. But
it is a big game. I would think he's going to suit up.
It's a big game.
Looks like he's not playing.
Though? I got him in red that he's out.
And he won't play. That line tells you he's not playing.
For me, out of the rest, I like I like the Timberwolves and the Magic to go over the total. The Timberwolves don't play a whole lot of D, and I think we got a nice little track meet in that game there. Give me the over. You can get 229.5 places or 230. Try to shop around. Shop your line over at pickdogs.com.
I have a 6-pack today. I really like today's baseball card. I don't think I'm going to win every single game on there. I sure hope I do, but I don't plan on winning every single game. But I think with the picks I have that I can end up plus money. Like I said, 2 of the losses I had yesterday were just 1-runners. So I believe that I'm sitting on a real good day.
How many premium baseballs do you have today?
What?
How many premium baseball picks do you have today? 3?
6.
6?
6. I really like today's card. I'm not going to let Brian set how many picks I'm allowed to give out either.
Oh, no. I just was curious how many you had. I didn't
It's okay, Brian. I don't need your approval. I can bet my own money. I'll just bet my own money. I don't need to go ask my mom for $5 for a Coke. I'll use my own money. I bet the games that I find value on, regardless of how many games are on the board or how many games I end up betting. I try to not bet too many because I only have, I don't like to have big exposure out there. I'm not going to bet 15 games unless it's a college football Saturday and it's running throughout the day, and it's like, it's a different story and it's only once a week and it's, those are different things. But, Major League Baseball Sunday, 6 games. I've been betting really conservative this season, so it's like I have a system and it's working. I'm not going to break it. I've given out 7, on some days, and it's worked for me. I've given out 3 some days, and it's worked, and I've given out 3 some days, and it's not worked. But it's like I've limited losses on those days, like yesterday. It's all, I'm sticking to my system. I'm unwavering from my system. I think when I get off my path is when I am unsuccessful, like I did at the beginning of the year. Looking at other people's picks, fading people, doing this, is like no, or just getting off a game because I don't like the way that something's whatever. Instead of just going with an easy winner. I mean, I can't tell you how many Boise's and Colorado States I left on the board in college basketball. I can't even tell you. I'm disgusted with myself. Waiting for the comments. We're disgusted with you too. I'll get my email box filling up. Anyways, let's get to Major League Baseball action. Get at them early and often. It's a very early weighted schedule today. We got the Yankees and the Nationals. We got the Orioles and the Red Sox, the Tigers and the Twinkies, the Metropolitans and the D-backs, Reds and Indians postponed. Brian, any of those 4?
I'm going to take another shot with the Washington Nationals today. Garmin for the Yankees shouldn't be minus 165. I see it's down to minus 155 now. The money's about 50-50, but on my early sample, it's showing that the sharper bettors are coming in big on the Nationals. I think Joe Ross can have a good enough performance to get the Nationals a win here.
I'm going to take a shot with the Baltimore Orioles on the money line, getting the plus money. In these recent season series, Orioles have usually been able to at least take one of the games, if not win a series against these Red Sox. They've had very good success against this team. You look at the pitching matchup, Nick Pivetta, he may be 4-0 with the 3.23 ERA, but advanced analytics say that he's not pitching as well as it may seem with the 4.41 expected FIP. You look at Dean Kremer, he hasn't been the sharpest either, but I think this is going to be a bullpen and offensive game. I like the over as well, but I think the Orioles have just as good a chance to win this game as the Red Sox do, and it's not a coin flip line. You're getting plus 125 on your money. I'd take the Orioles if you're getting good value on it.
How much does the FIP and all that other stuff take into account that the Red Sox are averaging 5.48 runs per game, number 1 in Major League Baseball, hitting .269, number 1 in Major League Baseball, .779 OPS, number 1 in Major League Baseball, and are striking out 8.45 times a game, 4th best in Major League Baseball?
Yeah, well, I mean, FIP is also just for starting pitchers. You got to definitely look at the lineups and bullpens as well, so it's why you don't want to put too much weight on starting pitching. But the Red Sox bullpen, to me, is nothing to write home about. Neither is the Orioles. I just think it's a coin flip game.
No, I mean, I haven't been on the Red Sox through this entire run. I mean, I haven't. I've either been on the other side in their losses, I've been on the other side of their wins, or I've been on the sidelines for the bulk of it because I'm not a believer. I'm not a believer. I'm waiting for the regression. Because this is a team that I had. The bulk of the people had them around 4th in the division. And I was one of them. So I can't get away from that with this starting pitching staff. I just can't, but the bats are, you score 10 runs a game. You're going to win a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm going to take the Boston Red Sox here on the run line here. Then bats are just too much for the Orioles here. The Orioles are only 4-11 at home this year. And the series, if you look, the Orioles beat Boston in Boston. And all the games that have been in the Orioles here at home park here, Boston's beat them all.
Camden Yards.
And it just at Camden Yards. That's just kind of the way it turns out. But them bats are just too strong for Boston. I don't care who's starting pitching or what. The bats are just way too strong. I think Kramer's in for a rough day. I think the Orioles are in for another rough day. I like the over as well. But give me Boston on the run line. Kick the snot out of the Orioles again.
There's just an amazing amount of money on the Red Sox in this game.
There it is, yeah.
I don't think the books are really up for that kind of beating. I just don't
2 days in a row? I don't think so.
Not on a Sunday. Not the way they like to spend their Sunday brunch out in Vegas. What's your favorite brunch food? What do you like? I like
Bacon?
bacon. It's not really a food, but I guess it is.
They put out brunch bacon for brunch something.
I know I meant like a dish.
Eggs Benedict.
So I don't eat meat, so like I'll do like a.
You can put a turkey bacon underneath your eggs Benedict.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work right. What they do is they put avocado under there.
Oh, you can do that too. Well,
Thanks,
you should
Rod.
call Ruffalo live on the air and ask him what his favorite brunch food is.
Call him. Then he won't leave.
nice spicy chorizo. Depends what you want. You got French toast, pancakes.
I don't know if I eat like
Crepes?
pancakes like in the morning like that. It's like I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a big. I've been eating. I switched my breakfast to eggs and turkey bacon. Still working on it.
Oatmeal, something like cream of wheat.
I have a cup of coffee for breakfast.
Yeah, I know, right? It's work as a breakfast cook. People get all sorts of different things. Some people just like dry cereal. Some people just like toast. Some people want the big truck stop: 3 pancakes, 4 bacon, 4 sausage, 4 ham slices.
Well, we're in the first week of May, and Brett Anderson is still healthy, so he's going to pitch today for the Brewers. It's a rare season that Brett Anderson has made it to May. Has he been on the injured list yet? I think he has. I don't think he's been regular in the rotation. That's for sure.
No, I don't think so.
But Brett Anderson against Alcantara at Marlins Park after the Brewers got the best of the Marlins yesterday. We got the Astros and the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays back in Steven Matz yesterday. Got Mike Minor and Lucas Giolito, and as a White Sox fan, I don't know if you guys saw my video, but I really don't understand how this guy is the number 1 starter. And then you got the Rockies and the Cardinals going at it. So those 4.
Yeah,
throwing the Cubs, Pirates too into that group. I'll throw the Cubs, Pirates.
I'm going to take another shot with the Pittsburgh Pirates here. They just came up short yesterday against the Cubbies. I just think Hendricks is a pitcher currently that you shouldn't be laying that much juice with. He's been getting rocked pretty much all year. The line opened up at minus 170 down to minus 155 or so. I think the Pirates are a strong dog play. And for another day in a row, I'm going to take a shot with the Colorado Rockies. German Marquez absolutely crushed me last start against the Giants, where he gave up, 10 runs in the first inning. I'm going to take a shot with the Rockies here to pull off the upset against the Cardinals.
Ron?
I'm going to take the under in the Royals and White Sox game. You may think, with Giolito, who has an ERA about 5, and Mike Minor's ERA above 5 as well, that the total will probably be quite high, especially with the White Sox, great bats in that lineup. But total's set at 7.5. I think both of these pitchers are going to go deep in this one. We saw a similar game between these two teams where 2 weaker starting pitchers were on the mound and the game went to extra innings. I think it was like 2-0 or something like that. I think a similar result's going to be in this one. I like the under 7.5 and the White Sox Royals.
Yeah, this was, Minor when he pitched at Chicago. First lefty to not take a loss against the White Sox in like 2 years in that game. The Royals ended up winning the game.
Yeah.
I think it was 4-3 or something.
Yeah, 4-3. That was it. Yeah.
Rod?
For me, I like the Royals in that one. I like Minor. I think we got a nice pitchers duel in that one, and I think eventually the Royals eke out a nice little win for them there in that one. And then the Blue Jays in Houston, I like under 9 in that one. I know Nate Pearson isn't. He can be good at times, he can be bad at times, but I think he comes in and has a solid outing here. A little duel with Zach Greinke and the Jays defensively. They just keep getting better and better. So I like the under 9 in that one. Only two I like.
I like the Astros with Greinke against the Jays. I think they bounce back here. I like the over in that Royals White Sox game. I don't care how square it is or anything like that. Giolito's been batting practice, and the White Sox murder lefties. I don't see that thing staying under. And I think it's one of those ones like yesterday where it could be over in the first or second inning. You look at this total 6 in Pittsburgh, Chicago. The wind is blowing directly straight in from center at 15 miles an hour at Wrigley today. So it is going to be a tough day for the hitters. I've been at Wrigley Field with that type of wind, and the only guys I've ever seen knock it out of the park in that kind of wind is Pujols. So I don't think he's playing today for either of these teams. Yeah, actually, one of my Dog of the Day videos. I'm on the rooftop at across the street, from Wrigley in the left field. I forget the name of it. Oh, Bricks and Ivy is the name of that one of the place, and it's the rooftop deck, the whole thing, with the bleachers. And I'm doing the Dog of the Day video, and Pujols is up, and you can see him over my shoulder, and he hits the home run, like right when I'm doing Dog of the Day video. It's one of my best ones ever. Long time ago. It was back when I used to use a flip camera, so it was probably like 2009 maybe. So it's really an old Dog of the Day. 2009, I'd say. I have to find it. But yeah, watch out for that wind. It's going to be, I'm not, usually those low totals you had to worry about, but with that wind blowing in like that, it's amazing how it keeps the balls in there at Wrigley, because the stadium is fairly close to the lake. So the wind comes off the lake there. Anyways. Rangers, Mariners. We got the Giants and the Padres. We got the A's and the Rays. I love saying that. We got the Angels and the Dodgers. Dylan Bundy just didn't look like he was in full control yesterday. And the Braves against the Phillies. Brian, anything to say about Dylan Bundy? Still on the Bundy?
No, but I got lots
still
to
your
say
guy.
I got lots to say about Shane McClanahan. He's only pitched 4 innings in his first 2 starts, but I think the Rays are trying to stretch him out. This guy's a young stud. He has the it factor. I believe in Cole Irvin. I've seen him pitch many games in Philadelphia, and he's having an unbelievable season. But this guy comes back down to earth today. His fastball is about 88 miles an hour. I think the Rays get a win here. I'm going to take the Rays on the slight plus money here.
So Dylan Bundy, 3.1 innings pitched, 5 hits, 6 runs, all earned without a home run. That's not easy to do.
No.
3 strikeouts. I don't know.
How many walks?
1 walk.
Oh. If he gets those strikeouts up, he'll be good in no time.
If.
Yeah.
If. Normally
he was striking him out earlier, but
normally he's a 6 strikeout guy.
Your Dodgers won yesterday.
that was a crazy game, huh?
Yep.
14-11. But as far as what I like in this time slot, I like the Texas Rangers. When I first saw this money line price, I was a little bit surprised that the Rangers were favored by minus 130. But I dug deeper in this one. Dane Dunning, he's been probably their strongest starting pitcher, the Rangers, this season. You look at Justice Sheffield, he did have a really nice start against the Angels in his last outing, but he did get in some trouble in the beginning of that game, gave up some walks and hit by pitches early in the game, put the Angels in scoring position many times. He was able to squeak out of it, but I think if he does that tonight against today against the Rangers, he's going to be in trouble. I think the Rangers are the stronger play in this game, so I'm going to take Texas on the money line.
Wow, Dylan Bundy's home ERA is 7.08. I don't think he's going to be with the varsity by the All-Star break. Usually guys like that end up getting traded to Boston. Rod?
The two plays I like the Angels to get the win over the Dodgers in that one. Sure, the Dodgers got the win yesterday. It was 14-11. That Dodgers bullpen decided they were going to give up 11. Dodgers
It's a
bullpen,
luxury.
not good.
It's a luxury you have when your team scores 14.
14, right? Yeah.
Well,
So
Jose
your
Quintana
bullpen gives up 11 today. You ain't going to win. So I'm going to take a shot and take the Angels here on this one. Bowers just had tough luck. Just tough luck having get on a bunch of his losses this year. So I'm going to take the Angels over the Dodgers in that one. I also like the over because I think we're going to see a whole lot of runs again.
I'm going to be the squarest of fillet of fish's patties in that one. I'm going to take the Dodgers minus 2.5 against the Angels. Jose Quintana is just straight garbage. He could be worse than Bundy. 3.2 innings pitched last time out against the light-hitting Tampa Bay Rays. 6 hits, 5 runs, all earned. Then, of course, that was following out the same type of a gem of a performance against the Texas Rangers. 3.1 innings pitched, though. 6 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned. Against the Toronto Blue Jays, 1.2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned. And 3.1 innings pitched against the Astros, 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, in 3.1 innings. All that adds up to a body of work for 2021 of a 10.59 ERA. And we're not talking about like a week into the season either. We're over a month into the season, and I believe that he has the highest ERA of any starting pitcher in baseball. And I'm going to guess it's significantly higher than any other starting pitcher. I mean, even Bundy's got a 7.08 at home. A respectable 7.08 at home compared to this. I mean, if the Dodgers, if you can't beat Quintana, just like I said yesterday in my video about the Dodgers, like, if you can't beat Dylan Bundy, it's time to pack it in, you know? And I think I feel the same way about Quintana. For all the money that the Angels spent on Rendon and Mike Trout makes and Ohtani, I mean, you would think that they could pick up, you know, some kind of, you know, like a Frankie Montas type or two, you know.
I'm sure they're still paying Pujols third.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, you would think the Angels have never really been seen as like that type of team like the Yankees, but they spend equally as much. And even when free agency first started in baseball, the first year of free agency, the Yankees got Reggie Jackson and Don Gullett, and you know they were known for like, you know, that big buy. But at the same time, the Angels had just as many guys, like if not more. They had bought that entire early '70s Oakland A's team. They had Joe Rudy, and you know, Fred Lynn. They bought from the Red Sox. They had a bunch of guys, man. Believe me.
I think Rod's right though with the Angels today. That's a
think,
sneaky.
Brian, you're just you got an issue, you know. Let me tell you this about the Angels. It's time to get some help.
This is a spot where you take him. Carlos Quintana. Oh, he has a 10 ERA. Oh, the Dodgers are automatic.
It's not 10. It's 10.56.
So.
Right? It's 10 point. Yeah, that's why.
It's
my degenerate gamble bet of the day.
Rod's on to something. I'm gonna steal that from him.
Take the Angels.
Go ahead, Brian.
I will.
Be my guest. I'm all over the Dodgers. Minus 2.5 in this one.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep. I also like the over.
My heart.
Parlay it with the over. And I'm going to guess the Dodgers get the over by themselves.
No.
Okay. We'll see on the.
I think Quintana goes farther than Bauer in this one.
It was not like it was a flat no.
Yeah, that's how you take the shot, right? You take the
Dodgers
over,
scored all the runs
and then you
yesterday.
take a shot on the Angels. You know you're covered by the over, so then you got the shot. If the Angels come in, you're like, woo.
But the problem, no, I'm not doing that. And the problem is, I'm definitely not doing that. And the problem is that well, the Angels are terrible, man. They're terrible. Who are the worst teams in baseball right now? Who do you think are just the worst teams? I mean, I'm not even looking at the standings. Nothing. You tell me who you think are the worst teams in baseball.
Minnesota Twins.
Like you have 3 picks. Who are the 3 worst teams? Like just like you get these guys roll out in the field and you're just like, oh my. These are the worst teams.
Tigers, Rockies.
Rockies on the road.
Rockies anywhere for me. And let's say Diamondbacks are up there. Pirates.
All the small market.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, the Rays are up there as a good team, but they're the smallest you can win. Oakland A's too.
Yeah, but the record for the A's doesn't put them there. The Rays have not been good this year.
Well, they're a game over, but they're nowhere near one of the worst teams in the league.
The worst team's the Twins. And the Angels.
Twins have gotten really unlucky this year too, though.
Let's look
0-7 in extra inning games.
Let's look at the best teams to lose your money on while we're here.
Oh, yeah, Twins are number 1. Gotta be right.
Oh, we're gonna look. We're gonna find out.
Either them or the Yankees or Dodgers.
Let's see, who are the worst teams in baseball to bet on? I'm going to guess the Angels are the worst, but we'll see.
No way, Twins are the worst.
Twins are the worst. Minus 1142. At home, they're the absolute dead worst, minus 735. So Detroit is the second worst at minus 808. The Rockies are the third worst. They're minus 673, but they're plus money at home. The Dodgers are the fourth worst. The Yankees are the fifth worst at minus 521. Losers at both home and the road. And then the Angels. Followed by the Braves, who are terrible, too. And, of course, the Padres, who I said at the beginning of the season, if you fade them every single game, you will end up making money. Minus 327 if you followed the Mitch strategy from day one to a T. Nationals minus 240, Astros minus 175, Reds minus 166, Royals minus $58, Mets minus $46. Diamondbacks are plus money. I don't think the Diamondbacks are that bad. Personally, I don't like them today, but I don't think they're that bad.
I think on paper they're pretty bad.
On paper they're bad, but on the
the
field,
bullpen's miserable.
On the field, a bunch of overachievers, man. Guys that make the hits.
They do have a lot of young guys that have definitely overachieved. Carson Kelly.
They don't know they're supposed to be bad. They have a lot of guys that, it's like the Diamondbacks are kind of like the Sacramento Kings of baseball. They're very streaky, very streaky. They win in bunches and lose in bunches. I mean, this is a team that I think it was 2 years ago. They had a 21-game winning streak and a 21-game losing streak in the same season.
Right?
Same season. It's like, how is that even possible? It's like they won for a month and lost for a month. Who's the worst home team? Probably the Orioles, right?
The Orioles, right? 4-11.
Let's take a look. The worst home team is the Twins, followed by the Orioles, Padres, Rays, Royals, Tigers, Yankees, Astros, Braves, Angels, Nationals, Marlins, surprising, Dodgers, Indians, Red Sox, Brewers, White Sox. Wow, that's surprising. Because a lot of those teams are generally good home teams. And the worst road teams, Rockies, Dodgers, Phillies, Tigers, Cubs, Twins, Angels, Mets, Reds, Yankees, Braves, Nationals, Diamondbacks. Got some themes going on here, right? Some themes. All right. Okay. All right, let's get to the NHL.
We forgot to pawn our wares today.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, we did. We did do it.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
I said I had a 6-pack. Remember?
That's just because I asked you what you had.
Okay. Go ahead. Sell your stuff.
All right. I got after my worst Saturday probably on a record for the year 0-3. I think the Sharps bounced back today. I got my Sunday Titanium 3-pack, 2 Major League Baseball dogs, and my NBA best bet winner for $40 at pickdogs.com.
Well, happy Mother's Day, everybody. And if Mom likes some winners, you can grab my MLB 3-pack. It's up for sale at $29.95. Looking for a nice bounce back day. I think all 4 of us are going to have a nice day. So check it out on Pick Dogs Premium.
Well, for me, we had a nice 5-4 winning day. Let's keep it going here today with Supreme Sunday. I got a nice 5-pack. I got 3 MLB and 2 NBA. Absolutely love these 5 plays today. Jump on board over at Pick Dogs Premium.
I got an MLB 6-pack, 6 games. Got just 2 games in the NHL: Chicago, Dallas, and Calgary, Ottawa. Brian, anything here?
I don't want to be like Ruflo and take a pass. I'll take a slight lean to the Chicago Blackhawks. I think Dallas Stars getting eliminated. I think they're going to have the air left out of their balloon. I think the Blackhawks, good young hockey club. I'll take the plus money and a shot with Chicago.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about this hockey card. I think the MLB card has a lot more value, but I'll take a slight lean in the other way. I'll take the Dallas Stars. I know they are eliminated from playoff contention, but still a team. They are a big favorite on the road for some reason. That's just because the Blackhawks have really struggled as of late. They did snap their losing streak, but I do think the Stars grab a win in a coin flip kind of game. So I'll take Dallas, but it's very, very small lean.
Rod?
I'm going to take the Dallas Stars as well. I don't think they're officially eliminated from the playoffs yet.
Yeah, they are.